Okay. It's late. It's like 1:30 on Thursday, which to me is still Wednesday night. I should be going to bed soon, but it's weird. I seem to do this. I seem to watch these things like weeks or months later. And even though Obama has just become the presumptive nominee for the Democratic Party, I just ended up watching the 7-minute speech of his when he got the majority of pledged delegate delegates votes, elected delegates from the United States. Sorry about that. And he was in Iowa talking, and he, by the end, of course, I'm like totally moved and touched by him. And it's just, it seems so simple when I'm listening to him speak. The things he's saying are just simple things. Get out of Iraq. Give people health care. Give our children educations. Give people 4-year tuitions if they're going to be willing to be teachers. Don't give tax cuts to rich people. Give them to struggling people. Make oil companies invest their money in environmentally sound and friendly things. All the things I've believed my whole life, since I've been aware of politics, since I've been 12 years old. But he said he's up there giving a speech about them, and he's passionate about them. And I guess, ever since I've been a little girl, I remember, having these mock elections in school and always being for the Democrat, always being for like Mondale or Dukakis or whoever. I always was a Democrat. But even when I would watch TV and I would watch those debates or whoever was the Democratic candidate, even Bill Clinton, even John Kerry, I don't know, Al Gore even. I mean, I voted for Nader. It doesn't really matter. I lived in Illinois, so I don't feel bad about it anyway. That was the person I wanted to vote for that year, and I voted with my conscience. So, and it doesn't matter anyway because the issue in that election wasn't the fact that Ralph Nader's voters took away Al Gore's votes. That wasn't why Al Gore lost. I digress. All of the debates I've ever seen growing up, I've never seen a Democratic candidate say the things that I believe and say them like he or she means them. I always get so emotional when I talk about this guy, I've never seen someone with... Here's the other thing, and I have to say too, I am proud of Hillary Clinton. I'm thrilled. I'm glad she didn't give up. In some ways it would have been easier for her to kind of drop out earlier, but I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy that two historical, wonderful people made history yesterday. It's amazing to me. It's amazing, amazing day. But here's the thing. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty good at reading people, and I'm pretty good at getting a vibe off of people. And maybe it's because he doesn't have a lot of experience. I don't really know. I don't think that's it, though. Because all these people are really smart. They all went to, like, Yale or Harvard or Princeton or something like that. And they all have been around, and they all have done a lot of things. But all these politicians I've ever seen, there's something hard about them. There's something cold about them. There's something robotic about them. Even Hillary, you know, she gives these speeches and she says these things, and I just don't feel it from her. I don't know what it is. I just don't feel anything from her. I don't feel the things I want to feel from her. And Barack gives these speeches, and he looks good, and it's not just my, thing about how much I like him and how much I swoon about him or anything. But the reason I get that way, the reason I feel like a teenager when I watch him, like I have a new, teen idol or something like that, is because he inspires something in me. I don't even know. He's healthy and he's young and he's vital. I don't think you can fake that. That's why Al Gore and John Kerry were stiff. That's why John McCain, I'm seeing him now, and for all the times he's been on The Daily Show, he didn't look like he looks right now in these campaign speeches. Do you know what I mean? He looked like normal, like a normal human being when he was on The Daily Show. Kind of joking with Jon Stewart and, acting like a human. And I see these speeches now, and I'm like, what alien took over John McCain? I guess I'm kind of happy because he looks so gross compared to Obama, but again, I digress. I watch him, and he says these things so clearly and so true and with such passion and such emotion that even if the thing is, he's got double. First of all, I've never heard any of those other people say, yes, universal health care, yes, tax cuts, yes, we're pulling out of the war, yes, do you know what I mean? They would hedge or say this or say that or say what they thought you wanted to hear or pander to some sort of centrist base or something. And that's not what I'm hearing from Obama. I'm hearing what I think he believes is good for this country. Which is what I believe is good for this country. And he talks about this country like he loves it. And so many times I've talked with people who try to tell me that because I criticize this country, that I don't love it. And, I think it's like having a child that misbehaves or acts out in school or hurts other children in school. And you're doing your child a disservice if you're the type of parent who says, oh no, not my child. My child would never do that. You're a good parent if you take your child home and you find out the truth. And if your child is doing something wrong, you find out what it is and you take your child to task, and then you find out how you can make things better. You don't ignore things, and you don't pretend they're not happening, and you don't say, oh no, my child's the best. My child always does things right. My child is number one. My child would never, ever do that. If you love something, you want it to be the best. But sometimes that means knowing when it's not doing the right thing. Go Barack. Let's do this thing.